Sunu app for iPhone.
We're going to review the Sunu app on the iPhone using the Android phone to record the video. And so the Sunu app on the iPhone has the icon that's identical to the Sunu app on the Android. We've got our hummingbird and the Sunu name. And just as on the Android, our starting screen is navigate. A little bit different. We have one feature at the bottom that includes blind square integration. This would only be available on an iPhone because blind square, at least to this date, hasn't released an Android version of their app. Toward the top of the screen, we have a location for us. If we choose that location.
Getting your location, 201 West Valley Spring Road. The nearest intersection is Valley Spring Road.
And we also have a search icon if we would like to make a search to find things nearby. On the Android device, we use the gesture from the right side of the screen to return to the home screen. On the iPhone, we have a back button at the top. And so by selecting that, it brings us back to the home area. The Places is our first item. Places, just like on the Android app, gives us categories of food and banking and medical, transportation, all sorts of different categories that we can use. I just happen to be a very remote area where no options would be coming up because of the distance from where we're at. And we'll go back to our main screen. The second option, the place pointer, is at the moment grayed out because that's a premium feature and we're just going through our basic items. Street pointer allows us to turn the device in any particular direction to get streets that are in that direction with the distances that they are away. As we turn the phone in different directions, we get other streets that are nearby. And we'll go back. If I were using VoiceOver on the iPhone, it would announce those for me, but at the moment I don't have VoiceOver activated. The street pointer can also be used on the Sunu band, and it would work if the phone and the Sunu band were connected. The voice service would allow it to be spoken out loud. The compass.
East. Southeast.
Turn the compass.
East.
It updates
Northeast,
to that particular
east.
direction. This is a very easy to read compass with large characters, and the spoken prompt much easier to use for many individuals than the built-in compass on the iPhone because of the complexity with latitude and longitude and degrees of the compass that are provided in the iPhone compass. We'll work our way back again. And the next option is My Favorites. Allows us to add a favorite. You can make, let's just say, your home your favorite. You can then navigate to it, rename it, delete it as a favorite. So we have a little bit of an option there. And working our way down, the blind square again, I'm not going to open that at the moment. We're going to look at our next item, which is the My Sunu Band app, My Sunu Band page. And we have some status updates here on the band itself. We have the battery level of, we have updates. If I needed an update, it would indicate that with a badge or an exclamation mark to let me know that an update needed to be included. By choosing it, it would connect with the band and update the band. Calibration, same idea. If calibration was needed, it would show me that with an icon next to calibration, and then I could take the band and rotate the band in a circle in either direction until the calibration had finished its process, and it would be indicated by an increasing percentage up to 100%. I can turn the voice service on or off here, on or off with the blind square integration. Next set of options are the interface, where we have our preferred features menu, wrist preference, and hand gestures. The preferred feature, for instance, will allow me to select which feature I would like to be present when I'm using the quick access feature on the Sunu band. And it's also a note at the bottom that if I select a feature when the phone is not nearby, it would default to the compass. And the features menu allows me to select what I would like to be displayed or heard when I'm going through the Sunu band options through the touchpad to sift my way through each of the options for features. The wrist preference is simply, am I going to be wearing the Sunu band on my right or my left? I'm using it on my right because I'm typically a left-handed cane user. Hand gestures. There are 2 gestures that we can use so that I don't have to actually use the buttons on the Sunu band or touch the touchpad. If it's easier for me to have my hand at my side, I can, just pretending that this is my waist, I could touch my waist either with my palm or using the side of my hand with my fist. So the first option says double tap your waist with your palm to sleep or wake the obstacle detector on the go. And the next one, double tap your wrist with the side of your fist where your thumb is to trigger or hide the preferred feature. And so the position of the Sunu band on your wrist is able to determine which gesture you're using. And we're going to go back. And then we get into our next category, which is our features. We have sonar presets, vibratory alarms, and the haptic watch. So we'll go into, just to give you an idea, these are the ability to change at what distance things are detected or how wide or narrow our field of view is. Again, just like the flashlight analogy, if I have a very wide beam, like a diffuse beam flashlight, or a very focused intense in one spot. So I would open that and I could choose the maximum, minimum distance as well as the sensing angle. And toward the bottom, I also have some options to change the type of feedback that I receive and the amount of vibration. And you can do that for each of the different modes, the indoor, the outdoor, the gap finding, for instance, finding open doorways. The part for creating a new sonar preset is grayed just because that's a premium feature. And then we have our settings menu where I can select what I want to hear when I choose the where am I. Some people might want all the information. You may decide that it's too much information to have details about the zip code or the city or the state. You may not be changing states very often, so that may be irrelevant when you're asking the where am I feature. Same with places. We have some options that we can choose how far we're going to search. I can go all the way up to 3,281 feet, or the smallest range of 656 feet. And then I also have restore defaults to go back to the factory setting. Okay, and we can do the same thing with our street pointer, have some options there for adjusting how far away we're going to be looking. And then unit systems, I can choose again between the metric system or the imperial system. Language, I can choose the language and the voice service. The last option is our more category, and this is where our account information is. The Sunu Academy is what gives us our instruction. Once you've completed an area within the Sunu Academy, it gives you the check mark. But just like as displayed on the Android version when we reviewed that, when we enter it, it just walks us through each part, and it's a very interactive, helpful program. And then if you wanted to update to the premium, you would get that information here. You've got your subscription rates for your choices if you'd like to do that. And that's the basics of the iPhone app.